Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe East with Easter Analytics. I'm the Chief Technical Officer. I did a video earlier on the technical economic earthquake, which is the crisis in engineering happening right now. Hey guys, I got a bonus for you. I got some comments from the top engineers in the world. Like I told you guys in that other video, I have plenty of these guys on speed dial. So I just started texting them. Say, hey dude, watch this video. Tell me what you think about it. And here's how they responded. Let's go to the next page. And so this guy here, in response to saying that, engineers typically begin at about, 10 to 12 years old, he says, I'm with you on that. I also may have a take that we really aren't teaching engineering. Maybe the schools need a bit of tweaking. We are teaching a simulation or approximation of engineering. When you start at age 10 or 12, you inevitably are working with your hands, tinkering. This helps you develop an intuitive understanding, very good, of the physical world and how it works. This is the foundation of engineering and is a touchstone to build advanced, more abstract skills. I told you guys I had geniuses on speed dial. This is very good. Let's move on to the next comment. Now, this comment here is a reflection on the economics and stuff like that. He said, great video, Joe. I have two major struggles when it comes to training that I've yet to find a solution for. Maybe something for a follow-up video. Here you are, big guy. I got you here. Hopefully you'll like this. First, in a world struggling for expertise, how does a profit-driven entity not place such a burden on a truly qualified individual that they allow time for not only training development, but also the qualified opportunity to further develop, much less time to train the next generation? He says, timing. How do we structure our economics and our society to put the focus on development? How do we put the focus on the next generation when you're looking to turn a profit? What are the incentives? How can we incentivize companies to do this, right? Very awesome comment. He said, second, how do we convince entities that with Generation X, Y, millennials, and even future generations that do not spend 30 years with a company, that the industry as a group needs to invest in their employees for the good of the industry? Yeah, it's an awesome question. How do we as a society provide incentives for companies to invest in these employees, knowing that they won't be spending 30 years, right? Very good question. And just off the top of my head, what about the tax code? We all look for the tax code to know where to get tax breaks. So why not incentivize companies and individuals for training and development for employees that might or might not stay? Give them very, very big incentives to go after this. All right. Again, in response to the question, was it 10 or 12 years where you started? This guy said 7 or 8 actually. Rewiring my toys, rewiring and repairing 120-volt electrical to unsupervised, the few uneducated lessons learned from that particular experience. Yeah, guys, listen up if you guys want to hire engineers. I'm talking to the best of the best. Here's what they did at young ages. Let's go on to the next one. Here's another comment. He says, yes, I used to modify my Stomper trucks to run on 9 volts. Wicked fast, as I recall. I was making experiments with my 101 electronics kit, solar cell powered FM radio, and hacking my Atari to give my unlimited lives. There you go, guys. Young kids around 10 or 12, obsessed over tearing stuff up, building stuff, and designing stuff. Here's another great engineer. I was first exposed to assembly code from, name deleted. I want to protect people's anonymity here. On Apple IIe. He was finishing college and first backup in wrestling weight class for the 1984 Olympics. He and his dad, his late father, held some of the first patents in digital camera processing. They made a mint-selling camera image transfer. So here you go. This guy, way before 10 years old, was exposed to assembly code on these old Apple computers, and he started, getting introduced to engineers as that mentored him, right? There you go. Let's go on to the next comment. Okay, guys, you think you have ADD or ADHD and you can't be a awesome person? Check this guy's comment out. He says, I think my mom said it was a little earlier in response to the 10 to 12-year-old range I gave than that because I was taking apart people's couches and sweepers when I was little. She tells the story better than I do as the mother of an ADHD child. There's definitely an inclination at this age, he means. I can say for sure. So there you go, guys. More evidence that you want a great engineer, you have to ask them questions about what they did as a kid. Let's go on to the next slide. Again, this engineer said, yep, probably 10 years old. I used to build model cars, then modify the suspension and other parts to jack them up and stuff like that. And this is kind of funny. He says, yeah, any new engineers now will probably say they played Xbox or PlayStation when they were around 10 years old. All right, guys, let's try the next comment. All right, this engineer says, I watched it. What he means is my video. And he says, yeah, I used to play with toys, adding lights and all kind of stuff from AA batteries hidden in the toy. So he was messing around with the lights that were hidden in toys and tearing them up and rewiring them and stuff like that. He says this is when he was in kindergarten. So the kid was probably about 5 or 6 years old, tearing up electronics and rebuilding them and doing all the stuff that engineer kids do, right? Awesome comment. Let's check out the next one. This engineer says, 10 years old, 12 years old, thereabout. I took apart my first mower then. So there you go, guys. They're ripping apart a lawnmower at 10 years old. Can you believe, let's tear apart this Briggs & Stratton engine. What do you think, huh? All right, guys, let's see the next one. This engineer said in response to the 10 or 12-year-old range, yeah, it's about that, about that range, about that age. My brain was wired that way at an early age. Yeah, there you go, guys. Are you hiring engineers? Like I said, this is the evidence from the top engineers in the world. All right, let's move on to my my commentary slide. And like I explained to you guys on the previous video, here's just the same slide again. Who are the best engineers and technicians? There's only one answer. I asked the best engineers in the world in preparation for all these videos. Like I said, I got them all on speed dial. Text them, let's say, hey, dude, just ask them a question. They all became engineers and technicians at the age of 10 years old or even earlier. Building circuits, building structures, solving problems on their workbench or in the field. Yeah, they begin at the age of 10 or even earlier, as you saw in some of the comments previously. So yeah, guys, talk to, real engineer, real technician. Call, text, or email me or my friends. Do it today. I look forward to meeting you. Some of my friends even look forward to meeting you, even though they might be a bit shy. For consultation, just go ahead and send me an email right now, guys. Just whatever you would like to meet you, send me an email at this email address at the bottom of this slide. You can call me or text me at the phone number below, also right below that email address. Do it now. You don't have to hesitate. We're all friendly. Well, I'm friendly. Some of my buddies are friendly too. So, yeah. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Take care. Let's go to the final ending slide. All right, guys. You want to hire the best engineers in the world, you got to ask them what they did at 10 years old. Like I said, this is the end. This is the final slide, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me until the end here. Awesome stuff. Hopefully you learned something from it. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me, text me, or call me, and let's make it happen. Appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves out there. Goodbye.